So welcome to Question Barefoot. Today, a question from Natalie in East Anglia, which is in the east of Great Britain, where in fact we are filming this right now. Hello, Natalie. Who says that having spent quite a lot of time reading in the mainstream media about how partners cheat on each other and how easy it is for this to occur, she feels that she's lost her trust in humanity. How will she be able to trust again? And it's an interesting question. I'm paraphrasing that. An interesting question because it seems to me that we can only trust the other to be human. And human involves the entire spectrum of possible behaviours. And that's the same with us as well, of course. And I think that when we learn to truly trust ourselves, as in trust the presence that we really are, and by implication the adventure that we're on, or if you like, the spirit informing the adventure, when we learn to truly trust that, the whole issue of whether we trust the other or not seems to just vanish, strangely. I talk from experience and from having shown this to many people. The key is that, well look, let me just explain to Natalie, to everybody, this idea that we could idealise somebody just because we've fallen in love with them and have chosen them as our co-star in the movie. It's an ideal, it's not real. And it comes from, I think, the time when it's a yearning, the soul's yearning for the time of perfection that perhaps we felt, let's say in the second trimester in the womb, where we were big enough to know ourselves, as it were, but there was room to swim about still, and everything was fairly safe and perfect, as it will ever be. This then acted out in a slightly lesser form, although more all-embracive form, by the mother, and there are times where everything is perfect, you've just been fed, there's nothing to, everything's fine. A yearning for that. So it's a yearning for that perfection, and we project that onto the other. No one can live up to that. Betrayal is part of the human spectrum of behaviour. It's intrinsic. You've no doubt betrayed somebody as much as you've been betrayed. Everyone has. By learning to trust ourselves properly, who we really are, we then tend to become with more integrity. Then we treat others, therefore, with more integrity, and they naturally, most of the time anyway, treat us with more integrity by reflection. And the key to this whole thing, Natalie and everybody in the world who is watching this, is that you sit back inside, you just drop back into the back of you, where everything is still, everything is silent, everything is strong. And you notice then that the front part of you, which is where all the noise is, the drama, that's all self-created, it's imaginary, goes on. But when you're in your back, it's okay, it's just a bit of noise. It's no longer who you are. And just a moment of that every now and again resets you completely. And in that space, you just know, you can trust it. I'm here, I'm alive. That's it, I'm alive. I've got it. Everything is fine in this moment. And then I go from this moment into the next and the next and the next, which is actually always the same moment, really. And everything works out. That's the stratagem. And may it serve you well. If you have questions for me, make free to plop them in the thing there, the comments, whatever you call it. Your questions will be answered one way or another. Thank you.